In this video, you'll learn how to configure incremental data loads using Infor ION AnySQL Modeler from connection point to scheduled data flow. The AnySQL Modeler allows you to define custom SQL queries against supported databases and ingest the results into the Infor data lake. Unlike table-based ingestions, AnySQL Modeler lets you join and filter data, select only required fields, and control incremental logic. This makes it ideal for efficient, purpose-built data ingestion. AnySQL Modeler is used by data engineers, technical consultants, and integration teams. It's best suited for accumulated data from external systems, for analytics and reporting integrated with Infor Cloud Suite data. We'll start by creating a database connection point. Navigate in ION to connect and connection points. Use the Add tile and select Database Connector. Enter the name, description, location, and type of AnySQL Modeler. On the Connection tab, choose the database driver used for your connection point and enter in your connection credentials. Test your connection point. The connection point defines where the source data lives and how it's going to be accessed. Next, we'll define the SQL model from the Documents tab. Use the plus icon to add a new model. Next, click Edit and save your connection point setup. Enter the model name and description plus the document name to be created in the data catalog. Use the plus icon to open the object list. Locate the table to be used in the model and drag it into the modeler canvas. Set your schema by using the Select Columns icon. Using the arrows, move over a single column, or the double arrows to move all columns into the selected grid. For incremental loads, your query must include a unique identifier and a variation path column at a minimum. This model controls exactly what data is extracted and how changes are identified. There is an alternative to writing a custom SQL statement. Refer to the AnySQL Modeler documentation for more details on this alternative. Next, we need to set up how the data is extracted and packed by the modeler. Using the setting icons in the upper right-hand corner of the modeler canvas, we can choose the output format. By default, JSON newline delimited, which is a best practice, is already chosen. Next, we need to add an incremental key to be used by the model when extracting data from the database. Choose your table and the column to be used. Most likely, this is the next up ID or a modification date. The time offset sets the maximum time for selecting the data when the incremental key is a date or date time field. And finally, set the time zone of that field. The output batch allows users to determine how the data is packaged. First is the size limit, which is a maximum of 5 megabytes. Alternatively, a maximum number of rows can be selected as part of how many records can be placed in a payload. Alternatives to pulling all data. If specific data from your on-premise table needs to be filtered, use the Edit Filter icon. One-to-many filters can be added using AND or functionality. Individual columns can be entered from the on-premise table with one of many conditional operators and the conditional value. For this example, we will leave all properties being selected. At the bottom of the modeler canvas, you'll see model results. You can check your results to make sure you're receiving the proper data you're expecting. Data can be viewed as the JSON that will be delivered to the data lake and also the SQL statement that is used to pull the data. Now we'll generate the metadata for the model as an object in the data catalog, making the data structured, discoverable, and usable. Save your model. Ensure that there's no errors or warnings and use the Generate button to generate the metadata. Before we configure the data flow that will run the model, we need to set the schedule. Back on the Documents tab, we have two types of scheduling. We have basic scheduling, which triggers the model every so many seconds, minutes, hours, and days. Or we have advanced scheduling, where we can use a cron expression within a specific time zone. For basic scheduling, this uses the clock from midnight UTC. As we put in 2 minutes, you can see the schedule update to the right of the basic scheduling entry. Best practice would be a less frequent scheduled time of 15 minutes. Save your connection point. Navigate to connect data flows. Use the Add tile. Enter a name. Next, click and drag the database component down to the data flow line. Use the database connector drop-down to choose your connection point that was just configured. Double-click the little piece of paper to the right of the database component. Use the plus button to choose the object that will be created. Lastly, choose the Ingest Data Lake component, click and drag to the line, and hit the Save button. To activate your connection point, use the Activate icon, and within 2 minutes, we should see a new payload in the data lake. Here we are in the Atlas feature as part of Data Fabric application, and here we see the POD data that was generated. We can use the Details icon to see the content that was ingested from our on-prem database. You've now seen how to configure incremental ingestion with AnySQL Modeler from SQL modeling to scheduled data flows. For more details, visit docs.infor.com or contact your Infor services team. Thank you for watching.